Hi, I'd like to share with you how the user research team at one of the world's largest healthcare charities got started using Atlassian tools, where they are today with those, and where they're headed, and how user research is important for the growth of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. But first, I'd like to show you a short video about our organization and our mission.
When we came to St. Jude, I asked the doctor if he could treat my son, and he said, "No, I'm going to cure him."
It's the most devastating thing you can hear. Other than that, your child has died of cancer.
This is not the end. This is just a stepping stone. St. Jude will take care of everything.
Because they're saving so many other children. That's what I love the most about St. Jude.
Oh yeah, I want you to live forever.
There's no place like St. Jude. The mission is to save lives, that no child should die in the dawn of life. I mean, it shouldn't happen. So let's do something about that.
My name is Christian Stovall, and it's my privilege to serve the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital mission of finding cures and saving children. Today, I direct customer and user experience research at ALSAC, the fundraising and awareness organization of St. Jude. Thanks to the power of our purpose and the generosity of our supporters, our company has doubled in size over the last decade. Today, we're a $1.9 billion organization with over 1,500 employees and 33 offices across the United States. We have 11 million supporters, 1 million volunteers, and around 31,000 fundraising events each year. As a nonprofit, we need to be effective with the time and the money that people donate. And one of the ways that we accomplish our industry-leading efficiency is by using Atlassian tools. These tools help us to collaborate, to share knowledge, and to support our distributed teams and remote work. And Atlassian has been powering our teams for almost 15 years. Confluence and Jira specifically have become core to our company operations, and our user research team uses them both every day. These tools help us collaborate so that we're getting the most out of our investment in user research, that we're getting high value insights from that research. And because those insights are among the top capabilities that we can invest in to deliver on customer-led business strategies. In fact, Gartner tells us that major marketing organizations like ours commit a little over 10% of their total expense budgets towards user research and customer analytics. And at ALSAC, this investment helps us to earn and keep more supporters for the mission of St. Jude. So, Atlassian tools for user research. Let me tell you a little bit about how we got started. The first thing we did was we built our infrastructure. Back in 2015, we committed to laying the foundation of what we would call our research wiki. And to do that, we needed visibility into all the previous user research that had been done and where the gaps were in this new resource that we were building. So we got together everything user research related we could find inside the company, and we put it onto Confluence. And that meant digging out things that were buried in network drives, in people's email inboxes and on their desktops, and putting them in a place that everyone could get to easily, so that everyone was literally on the same page. The next step for us was to build templates and guides. So we published step-by-step instructions on how to design research, how to recruit and screen participants, interview guides, practical ways to make sense of research data, and how to plan and prioritize next steps. At the same time, we needed to figure out how to help teams better integrate research into their day-to-day. And so we worked on process. We used Confluence and its built-in diagramming feature, Glyphy, to develop a workflow with our stakeholders for the research and testing that we wanted to do. And another part of our process was to start putting user research stories onto our Jira workboards. And this helped increase visibility and collaboration around the user research. And it also encouraged whole team discussions about what they were learning and what they were trying to learn. And because you can connect Jira to Confluence, stories that are added and updated in Jira automatically update the Confluence pages that they're linked to, which is great because stakeholders who aren't in Jira as much as technical teams might be still get notified about how work is going. And with this foundation in place, along with the new level of connectedness, our research wiki really came alive. So our pages would start with a business opportunity or a research question, and then people would comment on it and ask follow-up questions. And then Jira stories would be linked with real-time updates as research design got published. And then there'd be more things like interview transcripts and verbatim quotes and affinity diagrams. And finally, the insights and the next steps from all the research. And all this activity, all this progress, it gets communicated to the project team and the stakeholders in real time. So efficiency, productivity, quality, those all improved. For example, teams went from no internal usability testing to testing with 176 people in the first year. And by year 2, they'd had 505 participants, which is a growth of nearly 200%. And all this user research and teamwork helped us achieve a couple important outcomes. The first, better experiences for our supporters. And second, a real positive impact on our company's bottom line. With user research and Atlassian tools, we were raising more money and more awareness for St. Jude than ever before. And with these increases that we saw in efficiency and productivity, we had more time to be strategic and invest in more in-depth research or exploratory research. So we set out to learn as much as possible as we could about our supporters. We wanted to know what they needed and what they wanted and what their expectations were. So we observed people using our services and our technology. We designed services and technology with them. We studied how people became philanthropic, how parents involve their children in giving, and how they make decisions about when and where to donate their time and money. And teams could easily plan and execute and share all this work using Confluence and Jira. And over time, this level of collaboration really helped our user research team improve and deliver value much more quickly. For example, we track the number of days it takes to finish work from when it's requested, and we track the number of days it takes to complete work once the work starts. And as teams became more effective and efficient, they reduced those lead and cycle times. That improved the flow of work across their board. Good flow meant shorter times to research insights, and quicker turnaround meant happy stakeholders. And as demand for user research grew, it helped us with the business case for more staff, including a cognitive scientist. She improved our study of user attention and decision-making, and she also helped us increase our survey quality and our survey quantity. So using Confluence and Jira to standardize our procedures, she helped us collect nearly 3 million pieces of feedback from supporters in 2020. This meant more insights into our supporters and their experiences with us than we'd ever had. And through all that growth, we stayed focused on the quality of our user research wiki, and Confluence add-ons helped us with that. So we have employees that we call content gardeners, and these are people who regularly clean and organize and link our Confluence pages by hand. But we also have a content gardener robot. I mean, technically, it's Midori's better content archiving add-on for Confluence. And so using this add-on along with our human gardeners, it helped us keep our wiki clean and up to date and relevant all the time. And we're also using Mural for analysis and synthesis in our research. And so we use a Confluence macro to insert those Mural boards into their related wiki pages. And we're also using InVision. So we have the add-on for Confluence so that our UX designers can share what's being designed and tested. And there's one last point I'd like to make about where we've been. When the pandemic hit, That first and straightforward step that we took to building our infrastructure, that commitment that we made to put everything in Confluence and Jira so that it was accessible and transparent for teams, that really paid off. It meant that on Friday, March 13th, after the pandemic sent everyone home, we could all keep working and collaborating. So teams that went from 0 to 100% remote, literally overnight, were able to focus more on doing their work and less about how to do it. It's hard to overstate how important that was for our teams. So that's a little bit about our past. Now I want to show you some of what we're doing today. So at a high level, we continue to invest in our infrastructure, expanding operations, and scaling the impact of our work. For example, we've established a community of practice, so anyone can use Confluence to schedule a time to discuss research with a panel of experts from across the company and from across the country. This means our professional researchers on staff can support the work of people who do research in other parts of the company. And maturing their research skills of the people that aren't professional researchers is an important part of how we hope to scale. We're also working to improve key operations like recruiting participants, fielding research requests, and planning and prioritizing work. And we continue to track lead and cycle times and work in progress limits so that we're encouraging higher work quality and more excellent team performance. And of course, publishing research resources and insights to Confluence definitely continues, like our empathy maps and our personas and our customer journey maps. Meanwhile, some things that we started early on continue to flourish, like getting feedback directly from supporters. As of today, we've had usability tests with over 4,600 people. That's a 2,500% growth since we started doing that. So looking to the future, we'll continue to take advantage of Atlassian's tools so that our teams can keep practicing user research with discipline. They can manage those ever-increasing demands for user research, and that they can deliver research insights more quickly, but without sacrificing quality. And since these tools mean that we can collaborate across the company and across the country, we expect to be running other, more involved research, like studying what motivates people to stay committed to a cause like St. Jude, and finding more research strategies and tactics to experiment with together, and doing more user research as a team sport. So as I wrap up with you today, I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate you learning a little bit about our user research team and some of the ways Atlassian tools help us support our company and our mission. I hope you feel encouraged to look at Confluence and Jira for your own research, even if you're just a team of one. And finally, I'd like to ask you to consider supporting the mission of St. Jude by visiting stjude.org today. Thank you.